Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about my February favorites. Yes, it's March. That's what this video means. We're almost there. Come on spring, come on summer. All right, I have my big old bag right in front of me filled with some goodies to talk about. So we're just gonna grab the first thing, and that is the Cleansing Micellar Water by Simple. I've been wanting to give this a try. This is something I've seen in other brands make their version of this, but I like Simple as a whole because they don't have any harsh chemicals or don't use any dyes or perfumes. So I thought, let me give it a try. I had a coupon and I really like it. It's something that if you don't want to over cleanse your face, you know, say you go to the gym, but you've already cleansed in the morning, as you should, morning and nighttime. You don't want to go ahead and cleanse again. This is something that cleanses, but I don't feel like it dries out my skin at all, and I have been very dry. I'm normally a normal to oily skin type, and lately I've been so dry. It's been taking me a little while to get it back to normal, and I still have some dry patches right here near like my cheek area and a little bit here around my mouth, and so I've wanted to be really gentle with my cleanser and my skincare products, and I really like this a lot. The next item is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. My cap's on backwards, but there you go. This is a fairly new foundation that has had a lot of talk on YouTube, and it's got some pretty good reviews, so I definitely wanted to try it. I've been using it for the last several weeks, not the whole month of February, but middle to end of February, and I like it a lot. This claims to be for a normal to oily skin type. This doesn't really cling too much to those dry areas, which I do like a lot. I wouldn't say this is completely matte. It definitely leaves a matte finish, but it's not super matte, if that makes any sense. And it's kind of like between a satin and a matte finish. But I like this a lot. Their selection of colors is pretty vast, so that's good too. I'm in the color Natural Ivory 112, if you would like a form of reference for coloring. The next item is another foundation. This is the L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Foundation. I am just on a search for the perfect foundation under, you know, a certain budget. Maybelline Fit Me has been great, but I also saw this around the same time, and this whole visible lift is kind of geared towards more mature skin types, and while I'm only in my 30s, it never hurt to have a little bit more of that blurring effect for certain wrinkles and fine lines. I definitely have them around my eyes already, and just thought it couldn't hurt. I like this a lot. It comes in a squeezy type of packaging, which I do like. You could just squeeze it out onto your palette or your back of your hand. The color I'm in is Light Ivory number 201. This is so lightweight. I don't want to say it's whipped, but it kind of has more of that airy consistency as opposed to, you know, the Maybelline one, which is just a typical liquid foundation. This gives such a good coverage, but it's still very lightweight, if that makes any sense. It really blends into the skin. I just think it gives such a natural look, and I do think it does a little of a blurring type action, and I like it a lot. Continuing on with base is the Pixi Flawless Primer. I don't know how many times I've mentioned this in a favorites video, but I've gone back to it again. I'm trying to use up my primers, and this one just made its way, as well as the L'Oreal Youthcode. This is the Texture Perfector Pore Vanisher. So I'm kind of mixing my primers right now. This one is supposed to be more of a texture type of reducer, a pore vanisher kind of thing, so I really need that with my large pores, and I do have some like bumpier areas around here and hyperpigmentation. So I've been using this again, and I really like it. It does blur the pores, fills them in. It is a great primer in that way. And then my Pixi Flawless Beauty, I've been mixing in with my foundation because this one is just more of a glowy type of primer. It just kind of adds this bronziness to and glow to your foundation. So I've been mixing it with the foundation and I love this stuff. I really need to get a big one. I can't believe I still have this. It's just a little deluxe sample size, but it's lasted me so long because you don't need that much. Continuing on with a base, it is a new concealer. It's the Maybelline Master Conceal by Face Studio. I absolutely love my Maybelline Fit Me or Fit Concealer. I swear by that stuff, and I never thought I would stray, but I strayed. Even though it's still Maybelline, this stuff is awesome. Awesome. So pigmented, just gives such a high coverage, but it's still light enough to use it under your eyes. That's where I use it. I'm obsessed with this stuff, and I like the packaging because it's just like a little squeezy tube. This is in the color Light, number 20. I found in my bag here another skincare product. It is the Mario Badescu. Every time I say his name wrong. Badescu. Mario's Serum. This is the vitamin C serum. This is great for signs of aging, to help reduce any signs of redness, even out your texture. This and hyaluronic acid, which I believe this is formulated with hyaluronic acid, is just really good for anti-aging. I really like this a lot. I use it every other night and I mix it into my moisturizer, and I've seen a difference already, mostly with the texture and redness, especially around my nose area, and I just like this a lot. It doesn't irritate me. I really like his products as a whole. Just his caviar cream that I use for nighttime. Delicious. Love it. So I definitely recommend this. If you're looking for a serum, you should always try to include something like this in your skincare routine, and for me this is a godsend. The next item I have here is the e.l.f. Smudge Pot. This is in the color Cruisin Chic. Is a taupey bronze color. It actually looks more of a gold color, but it actually is taupe. Do you see that? Oh my god. I'm obsessed with this. I put this all over my lid. I'm actually wearing it today, and I just blend my crease out with a fluffy blending brush, and it is gorgeous. This is such an easy product. Wash of color. It just looks so good. That's kind of my thing lately. I'm doing more of a natural eye, but still has that sheen to it with a bolder lip. I'm just loving it. It's just so easy and effortless, and these smudge pots are dirt cheap. I think I got it on sale and it was like $1 or $2. Amazing. It does not crease. I don't even use a primer. I just use my concealer to cancel out any like the vein coloration, and this stuff just wears so well. It's gorgeous. Next is something I talked about in my most recent video in my little itsy bitsy CVS or itty bitty CVS haul, whatever I call that. It's the L'Oreal gel liner in Blackest Black. I've been using this for only a week, and it's made it to this video. That's how good this is. This is made Holy Grail status. It's like butter. It is so pigmented. Once you put it on and it dries, well, once you put it on in general, you have time to, you know, spread it out and create that perfect wing liner, but it's just done. It's set. It is not going to move. I once made a mistake and I had to wash my whole face and just forget about it because it was not coming off. I have worn this for 12 hours and it has not budged. Every other part of my makeup has kind of, you know, melted a little bit and smudged in certain areas, but this liner stays intact all day. I cannot tell you how excited I am that this is in my life right now. Another e.l.f. product is the matte lip colors. These, I've talked about them before, I believe. I have two other colors. It's more of a natural color and a coral color. These are the most recent ones that I purchased. One's in the color wine and one's in the color cranberry. I'm wearing cranberry today right now. It is the most comfortable matte lip product I have ever used. It is not drying at all. It just so smooth when you put it on your lips, and it lasts so long. I posted a picture and I had worn it for so many hours and even had drank water and all that, and it still had color and it didn't break down and flake or bunch up in certain parts of your lips. I love it. It's just gorgeous, and they're so easy to apply. They come in these small little pens, little crank up pens, and on the bottom you have a sharpener. So if you find that your tip is getting a little dull, you have a little sharpener at the bottom, which is awesome. Getting down to the end here, I have a couple more products. The Mario Badescu, again, it's his facial spray with aloe, herbs, and water. I believe I've talked about this before, but I stopped using it for a while and got back into it. And as you can see, I'm all the way down here. I am obsessed with this because I've been having dry skin. I want to just try to hydrate my skin as much as possible. So when I'm done putting on my makeup, before I use my all-nighter spray, I spray this all over my face, and it kind of just sinks in and blends everything and just adds this bit of moisture. And then when I use this on top, it just kind of creates more of a flawless look. I am obsessed with this stuff. I just think it's so good for your skin. It's so hydrating. It's rose water. It smells good. It's awesome. It's so refreshing. The last item I have here is the IT Cosmetics. This is the Celebration palette. Sorry, I had it upside down. It is a hologram type of packaging, so you can't really see the label here, but it's the Naturally Pretty Celebration palette. I think it's a limited edition, but they had a huge sale going on their website. I was able to get free shipping, and I got this palette for $20. That's half off. That's more than half off. I think it was like $42 originally. But anywho, it is a gorgeous palette, typical kind of cardboard packaging here, and it has 14 shadows, and then this little transformation shadow down here, which is a champagne to a gold ombre, and you put this over the other shadows, which are all matte, and kind of transform and give it just a different texture, a different look. But this is something that you definitely wouldn't need if you have all your matte shadows covered. You know, the Tartelette palette, that is gorgeous, and I was thinking, I really need this, I really need this, and I wasn't gonna get it, but then when I saw this one where I could get it for $20, I decided to get this one instead because I do need more matte shadows, and that's what I gravitate towards. You know, I like to use matte transition colors. That's what you're supposed to do, and I don't have a whole lot, and I have a couple that I use in my Lorac Pro 2 palette, but only a couple that I use as transition. This just has so many options for me, and I absolutely love it. Like, all these are just nude colors. You have some taupey colors. These are so soft, so pigmented. I already am wearing out the little IT Cosmetic symbol. They have all that embossed and all these shadows, and this one's almost gone because I've been using it that much already. It comes with a great mirror here, and I really like the quality of these shadows a lot. This was my first time getting anything from IT Cosmetics, so I was really excited. The price was on point for me, and I love this. And that's it for my February favorites. I have had so many good things in the makeup world in my life right now, and I'm really excited that I was able to share it with you. Let me know if you had any favorites for the month of February and what those are. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, you know where that button lives. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!